In this video, I'm going to talk about electric bulb. Here, I'm not going to discuss any technical details. Instead, I'm going to highlight some key points even a layman can understand. Electric bulb or electric lamps. In this modern world, we cannot survive without the help of electric lamps. In grand olden days, people lived under sun and moon and used fire for living. But with modernization and in this modern world, we cannot or we depend upon electric lamp for light sources. What is the electric bulb? A electric bulb is a simple device or a electrical component which gives us light when we pass current or electricity through it. After sun and the moon, the most common artificial form of light source we use is electrical lamps. Actually, uh, electrical bulb is not the correct name. Electrical lamps are the correct, technically correct name for it. Since the glass component looks similar to a bulb of an onion, people call them electrical bulbs from olden days. Basically, these electrical bulbs substituted conventional oil and gas lamps because they produce more and consistent, long lasting, high quality light when we compare them with the light sources produced by oil or gas lamps. There are a lot of stories how these electric bulbs are invented. It started with Sir Humphrey Davy, who first uh, who first designed a lamp which can give a continuous light source. But it burnt. Its core burnt immediately. Then there are a lot of invention happen, but the most commercial and the successful incandescent electric light was designed by Thomas Alva Edison in the year 1879, and he holds patents for this. From 1879 till this year, there has been lot of modernization has been in improving the quality and luminescence of the electric bulbs. Next, let's see on which principle these electric lamps work. Basically, an electric bulb works on the principle of incandescence. Incandescence means light produced by means of heat. More technically talking, the heating effect of electric current produces light source. When we pass electric current through a filament, then the filament gets heated up and it starts glowing and giving light. There are major four types of electric bulbs available, or we can categorize all the invented electric bulbs under four categories. The first one is the incandescent light, the second one is halogen lamps, and third one is the compact fluorescent lamp, that is CFL bulbs, and the most latest and the trending one is LED bulbs, which works on the principle of electroluminescence. These compact fluorescent lamp and LED, CFL and LEDs do not use any filaments. Instead, they have these glass bulbs are coated with some fluorescent chemicals. So this is the schematic diagram of electric lamp. In internet you could see many pictures like this, but this one is drawn by me, giving you a idea what are the parts of electric bulb. You can compare this picture with with one you have at your home. You can see there is a glass bulb which I have mentioned it as in glass. It is made out of glass and it's very fragile too, and inside that we have a gas filling. Then we have tungsten filament which are placed by means of the support wires, which is basically made of copper, and then we have a lead wires which are connected to the end caps, and the end caps, at the end of the end caps you have two metal contacts which is used for electrical connection. So from the picture we can categorize glass bulb, glass filling, tungsten filament, supporting wires, metal contacts for electric connections make the electric bulb. So let's quickly describe how a glass bulb looked. From that diagram we could see an electric bulb is nothing but consists of an electric bulb or a glass envelope which houses the tungsten filament with the help of supporting wires which are made of copper wires. That glass bulb is filled with inert gas which prevents the the filaments from burning away. We all know the electric bulbs has a tungsten filament. The purpose of, see, the very obstacle uh, in inventing an electric bulb is finding a filament which can last for a long time. So finally people end up in finding tungsten filament. These filaments are used because tungsten has a very high melting point and good tensile strength. Even at a very high temperature they do not get burnt quickly, and they have a high resistivity which makes them not oxidize easily, and they do not disintegrate. These are the reasons or which made people to think of tungsten filament for electric bulbs. And then the other important thing is gas filling. The gas filled inside an incandescent lamp is organ. This is the most common gas filled inside. This organ is a inert gas which keeps the oxidizing, or it prevents the burning of the filament. And the tungsten filament used here is very thin, and it may go for even 2 meters. They are wound as a very small one in our electrical lamps, but they are very fine, very thin, and they are around 2 meter length. Sometimes krypton, nitrogen are also filled in place of argon. How does an electric lamp works? When we switch on, then this electric lamps makes contact with the electrical connections or in the circuit. Then current is passed through the electric lamp. That means it reaches the filament by means of copper wires. Then slowly the tungsten filament gets heated up to a very high temperature. When any material is heated to a very high temperature, it starts glowing. So by this way we are getting light source from an electric lamp. Electric lamps has a wide uses or a huge uses. So lights in houses. So our living is made easy with lights, and we have street lamps for our night activity, and in industries we have signboards and advertising lights, decorative lights during our celebrations, during in Christmas, New Year and all. We have decorative lights, fairy lights, and even nowadays no day matches played. Most of our T20s are played at night. So these are possible by the huge lights at the stadium. Then we have vehicle lights, car headlights, which helps us in communication. Then portable lights such as table lamps. These are some of the uses. Apart from this, there are a lot of uses which we use it in day-to-day life. What are the advantages of these electrical lamps? These electrical lamps are low cost. They are very economical, cheaper, and everyone can easily afford it. And it is easy to install. We don't need any technical people or any technician to fix this electrical lamps. We can very easily fix a bulb, and they can be easily incorporated into any electrical systems. And even for a very small circuit connection, It is adaptable for even for a very small systems. And the power needed is also of very less voltage. So even a very small voltage is uh, enough for enough to power the electrical lamps. These lamps or electrical lamps are available in wide shapes and size. Though this many uses and advantages, there are a lot of disadvantages. A huge amount of heat generation is generated during the lighting of the lamp, which is dumped into the atmosphere, which increases the temperature. And for light to glow, we need to supply electricity, hence it consumes more power. Since it consumes more power, then it becomes energy inefficient device. We all know these electrical lamps are uh, made of glass, and once the tungsten filament goes off, we have to throw off the bulb. We cannot replace it, so they have a shorter life. Since their outer covering is made of glass, they are very very fragile and has to be handled with more care. This is some of the picture which is taken from internet to show uh, the uses of lights.